Right, I want to get over there, but there's this massive gully. I've crossed a bitumen road back there, and I think this is called Swamp Road. There's no sign, just bits of barbed wire. Yeah, g'day folks. Sunday morning, first day of winter, and it's 11:15. I've come up from Adelaide today, and I'm here in Auburn at just sort of in the Clare Valley, and I'm going to just simply head north today until I find somewhere to stay. Alright, I'm going to head from Auburn to Montaro, and then I'll pick up the dirt once I get through Montaro, and then hopefully it'll be dirt all the way till somewhere up in the mid-north. Okay, I've pulled up, the dirt's ahead of me. Smith Road, that's where the dirt starts. So most of this ride's going to be easy dirt and a lot of dry weather roads, and given how dry it looks, I don't think they'll pose any problems. If they're wet, well, we'll steer clear of them. And it's pretty windy today, like there's a reasonable northerly blowing. So I'll probably only waffle when I'm going slow, otherwise it's just a whole bunch of wind noise. This helmet lets in a lot of wind, even with all the vents closed. And I've done some Googling, and a lot of people are suggesting the same thing. The Mic Mini picks up a lot of wind, but you can hear it in the helmet swirling around. I'm not sure if I got a lav mic if I'd still pick up lots of wind. Anyway. Okay, I've crossed a bitumen road back there, and I think this is called Swamp Road. There's no sign, but going from memory, looking at the map, paper map I might add, planning the route, I'm sure that's what happened. Now you can see this is down as a dry weather road, and you can see it's, I wouldn't say it's wet now, but you can see where it was, and people have driven on it, and it's sort of darker, that it's got that darker colour. So now this goes for oh, hello Skippy. Come on, make a decision. See if I can get past. Come on, you lot. Right, well this goes for about 10k from memory. Right, I've just turned off that major dirt road onto this dry weather track. Now this one didn't have a name, so I can't help you, but there's been a few decent puddles in here, little bog holes that you can go around. Gee, that was lucky. I just pulled in here for a wee break. I rolled in there, and just here, just around here somewhere, just bits of barbed wire. I'll pop it way back here where no one else can get done by it. Anyway, so now the road I was on was down there. Don't know what all this rubbish is, but anyway, it looks like hay bales or something. This continues straight on. Sorry folks, no sign. Yeah, quite obviously there was some rain up here. So you imagine coming through this track when it's like that. And you can see up there where there's two tracks. Obviously it gets a bit boggy in spots. So one is, I'm guessing that left one would be potentially the one that goes around the puddles, but who knows? We'll work it out. What does that mean? 640. What's all that about? Anyone know? Kind of following this same track, and I've had a quick look on the map. I think I know where it's going to end up. That's where I've just come from. I thought I'd turn around. The colours are nicer that way as I'm going into the sun. But yeah, look at these paddocks. I'm guessing normally they would be full of crop, but this can't be good. It's just like it everywhere, just dirt. Alright, I'm just arriving in the town of Boobarawi, up here in the mid-north. What was it called? Lord Gowrie Hotel. Toilets, showers, barbecue. Not that I need any of that. Oval looks good, doesn't it? Okay, leaving Boobarawi. Right, at this point I'm heading west. So I'm going to come over the top, over this range, and then make my way north, up another dry weather track. But there's so many different ways you could go up here, but I'm trying to do something I haven't done before. Look at that, that's a great view. I reckon I'm going to get some pretty good views again. Wow. Nice. Right, I want to get over there, but there's this massive gully. I'm guessing if I go through here, it looks like it probably goes around there somewhere. Let's go have a look. So, why am I doing this ride on all these back roads? Because I haven't done them before, and I'm going to finish up somewhere in the close to the southern Flinders, I would say. And living in Adelaide, I've been up to the Flinders is fantastic. This is not a negative, but I have been up there so many times. I'm more interested in what's in between Adelaide and the Flinders, and I'm pretty happy with what I'm finding. Just roads I've never been on before. A little bit different. Now this, from looking at my map, just sort of goes along this range and heads north for a reasonable distance. And to my left would be Spalding. And that road I was just on was, I noticed it had signs for Hyson Trail and Mawson Trail. So there's a bit of fun for you. The Mawson Trail, 900k from Adelaide to Blinman. Or the Hyson Trail, that's from Cape Jervis to, I think, Blinman as well. I reckon that's I don't know, 1200k, someone tell me. Alright, I turned off of that main gravel road and taken this one. It's heading in a much more northerly direction. There's no signpost. I'll follow this until it looks like I'll get to a T-junction up here a bit. Gonna have to think about lunch soon. I'm getting a bit peckish, but I've got it with me. I've brought food for the trip because more often than not I'm never near anywhere at around lunchtime, and now look, it's not hard to nip over to a town or two, but I like the idea of just cruising these back roads and seeing what's out here. Right, I've just briefly pulled up at this junction, and I'm going to go that away. Hills out there, and eventually make my way over to Jamestown. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. Wow, it looks like I've got myself another interesting looking little track here, or road rather. Obviously doing road works here. Found anywhere for lunch yet. It is just basically all like this, open. That patch of trees back there was nothing. That's unreal. And I think I'm heading over that way to Jamestown somewhere. I hope this goes through. It looks like it probably does. Very nice. All right, I've kind of found a spot to have some lunch. Yeah, there's roadworks everywhere in here. Just kind of out of the wind, but I gotta eat. Gotta eat, getting hungry. That feels better. Just a bit of tuna, some crackers. I like a tin of tuna, but only the chili ones. I don't mind the others, but I don't mind a bit of chili and stuff. This road through this, I now know it. It's actually, while it's a road, it did cut through some properties because there were gates. The gates were all open. That explains why it felt like I was in someone's property. And back there, just before I had stopped for a feed, I came through a gate, but it did have still from the private land side of things a give way sign. So yeah, it is a road, but it wasn't that obvious at first. All right, my next stop, assuming I'm almost at the end of this road, will be Jamestown. I'll refuel. Wow. And the scenery continues. Unreal. Yeah, just arrived in Jamestown. There's a lot of water lying around. So at some point it's come down. Now I've come into Jamestown for one reason, and one reason really only because I know I'll get fuel here. Being a Sunday, some places might not be open. All these towns look the same, don't they? They certainly have a nice appeal to them. Now I've just got to remember where that servo is. Maybe I'm thinking of another town. Maybe I'm stuck here forever. Walk it that way. Right, folks, I'm back on the dirt. I've turned onto Clark Road, which is about 10 minutes out of Jamestown, and then I'm going to head up through there. So there's not a lot of north-south roads going through this range here. There's lots of east-west going across the top. So I've chosen this one because it kind of goes north. I've got to do a couple of lefts and rights, and we'll find out. I've never been on this road. Just enjoy the afternoon ride. Fine. So what I've done, I've deviated over to Magnetic Hill. Come back to that sign. And you've got this massive big magnet back here. I'll turn around here somehow. Okay. Plastic and aluminium cars roll downhill. Steel-made vehicles roll uphill. Those with hip and knee replacements hold on. Engine's off. I'm in neutral. The brakes are off. Hang on. Alright, there, I'm in neutral. Ignition off. There you go. Magnetic Hill. So have a read. See what you think. Check it out. But I'm not convinced. All right, let's get back on the road. Hey, where's the bike gone? Crikey, Jingoes, it's up the hill. Maybe Magnetic Hill is real. So let me show you this amazing invention. If your phone, like mine, the cable doesn't stay in as good anymore, I've got 3 rubber bands. 1. 2. Beautiful. So it stays in while I'm riding along. So I've taken this shortcut called Cemetery Road. That'll pick up the road to Boolaroo. And from Boolaroo I will head over to Melrose. It's the Boolaroo Centre, established 1875, folks. Pub looks stuffed. There's toilets here somewhere apparently. There we go. Pretty sure Melrose is this way. Wow, it's a quiet little place. Oh, there's fuel here, or fuel station. So I've got the tent to put up, petrol to get hopefully. Somewhere in there I've got to get a couple of beers. Bike shop's open, want to go for a pushy ride. Good food there as well, I can tell you. I'll get fuel first. You young adventurers out there, always get your fuel if you can at the end of the day. Don't wait till morning, even if it's getting late, because you never know, they might not open till 9 o'clock or something and you want to go at 6 o'clock. That store opens at 8 o'clock and shuts every night at 7. I don't remember it being as late as that, and I reckon it's earlier than it used to be. Right, here's the campsite. Melrose bush camping in the caravan park. Not many here.